On Sunday, Twitter suspended an account for Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. The move came days after the social media company also banned President Trump's personal account and suspended 70,000 others for promoting conspiracy theories. Joe Hinkie looks into why Greene's account was impacted.
This morning, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's Twitter suspension ended, and she quickly fired off more than a dozen tweets in response to that suspension. For 12 hours, though, starting Sunday afternoon, her Twitter account was locked after the company says she violated a company policy multiple times. On Sunday morning, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene sent several tweets, with Twitter later slapping this disclaimer on 3 of them. It reads, "This claim of election fraud is disputed, and this tweet cannot be replied to, retweeted, or liked due to a risk of violence." Each flagged tweet includes disputed or debunked claims about the November 3rd presidential election or January 5th U.S. Senate runoffs. Earlier this month, Twitter put the same disclaimer on several other tweets from Greene.
Congresswoman Greene joins us this morning.
Amongst the flagged tweets, a clip from her live interview Sunday here on 11 Alive News. On 11alive.com, you can now find an article fact-checking the entire interview. Twitter released this statement during Greene's suspension Sunday, reading, "The account referenced has been temporarily locked out for multiple violations of our civic integrity policy." In September, Twitter updated its policy, announcing it would label or remove false or misleading information intended to undermine public confidence in an election or other civic process. Twitter's enforcement policies show users can have their ability to tweet taken away for 12 hours to 7 days, depending on the nature of the violation, meaning Greene received the lightest suspension possible. The company's policies also detail permanent suspension, as in the case with President Donald Trump's since banned personal account. And Greene released a statement in response to the suspension from Twitter. I'll let you know what the Congresswoman is saying coming up at 6.